So this was the broken oil's temperature sensor. Bought a new one, and somebody said whether or not you could actually repair this to see if there is anything repairable. I doubt very much, but let's just have a look. As I did notice at the end here, we've got an Allen key fitting that probably could unscrew. So let's give this a whirl and see if we can pull this apart. If it breaks, it doesn't matter, I've got a new one. So let's give it a whirl. Interesting. It's not standard size. Odd. It's not a Torx size. Okay, that's registered. Not great though. I'll just get my Imperial Allen key set. No. No. So not Imperial. We'll try this, even though it's not meant to. It's clearly not a Torx fitting. It's definitely a hex. Odd size. Nah. Now the other thing I could do is put a pair of grips on there. Nah. Doesn't want to come undone. This can twist in the base of the filler neck, and you can wiggle it apart so it's not glued in, and you need to strip this right back so you can pull the cables through. So yeah, you can get to the cables. They're obviously in there, but it looks like the end is just in a potted mix, meaning it's probably full of glue down here. We can see if we can pick this out. We may have to destroy the end though to have a look and see what's inside. Okay, I suspected that this might be glued in the end here, so I just put a bit of heat on the end. Not much, and it's enough to loosen whatever glue was being used. And then the end nut or screw bolt became loose, and it does have a thread on it. You can see there's the thread, so that does come off. It does look like it's potted, meaning there's a glue or some sort of liquid in this unit. So we can see if we can pick this out at all, but I'm not holding up much hope for this. You're basically destroying the unit. So basically I'm destroying this just to see what's inside. I've cut the end off, which had the small bolt in it, and just cutting along the edge here, I managed to open up the aluminium, and this is probably the small micro switch in here, which is detecting the oil level sensor. I don't think it's the temperature sensor, but clearly this is not a repairable item. You're going to destroy it because everything is in this sort of plastic resin. So there's no way you can sort of even if you found the fault, reassembling it's a no-go. So sadly, there's nothing you can do. If it breaks, just replace it. If you ever try to reuse this and put it back in the engine, the risk would be that something would fall off into your basically into your engine and destroy it. So it's not worth it. Anyway, I'll just for fun I'll try and remove the rest of this pipe and see where the temperature sensor is. So I've cut back more of the tubing, and you can see there's 3 wires that come down. I think the black is the common. I can't remember what the red and brown was. I'll have to look at the video, but you can see they all basically all go the way through almost to the end, and it's just this last section here which has got this sort of I don't know, some sort of resin, and then probably in here is where the temperature sensor is. So I'll try and see if this will melt by putting a mild heat on it. Well, the hot air gun managed to make this resin disintegrate. As you can see, it's sort of just crumbling away. Yeah, so that's the red cable. I'll have to look at, see what that is from, and that seems to either be the contact or that's just broken. Let's even pull off the rest of this resin. So it looks like this was probably the small float sensor contact that would overlap and make a joint when the magnet came close. So what was in the very end where the bolt screwed in, this was probably where the oil temperature sensor was sitting, probably just sat there, but it's crumbled away into nothing, and that's probably why it didn't work. It's just completely destroyed with fatigue and age. There's even a bit like corrosion, even though this was covered in some sort of plastic sealant. It's just fatigued over age. So definitely it's not at all worth repairing. It's a throwaway item. Sorry.